Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. Today, we're going to be looking at part 2 of the top 10 most disliked MLB players of all time. Be sure to check out part 1 if you haven't already for 10 more picks from our list. In the number 10 spot, we have Ryan Braun. Attend a Cubs game at Wrigley Field on a day when this jerk is on the outfield and you'll be guaranteed to have a good laugh. That positive drug test, which he blamed on a FedEx carrier who despised Jews and had a soft spot for the Cubs, will remain etched in his memory forever. Alternatively, he claimed. Even worse, the smear effort was accompanied by smugness that would make one to crawl under the covers. The outfielder was suspended for the remainder of the 2013 season without pay after being linked to the Biogenesis Clinic in Florida. He did not seek to have the suspension overturned on appeal. Meanwhile, since the FedEx travesty, the guy has sent in only 19 home runs each season and a mediocre batting average. In the number 9 spot, we have Ted Williams. No other superstar has experienced such love-hate connection with his hometown as he does with this one. When it comes to hitting, Teddy Ballgame has forgotten more than anybody else has remembered, and any criticism from lesser seamheads could set him off. In the number 8 spot, we have John Rocker. He low-bridged everyone from female taxi drivers to queer subway users while riding a taxi with Sports Illustrated reporter and paid a high price for it, according to the writer. The media demonized him as a racist, a sexist, a mass murderer, and other derogatory terms. We're rather certain of the following. It is said that the individual holds the unofficial world record for the number of terribly foolish things that have been stated by a professional athlete in the least amount of time. In the number 7 spot, we have any Oakland A from the 1989 to 1990 season. If one could get past the fact that Eckersley was a dick on the mound, Rickey Henderson was insufferable to his conceit, the Bash brothers were all roided up, and La Russa stole precious time from our lives with countless pitching changes. This was an extremely easy team to like. In addition, let's not forget that they played in an altered football stadium with enough faces to feed a few dozen farm animals. In the number 6 spot, we have Sal Maglie. There was no meaner player on the field than Sal the Barber, and no one looked the part better than Sal the Barber. In the womb, he had an inexplicable scowl on his face and a 5 o'clock shadow to go with it. Even worse for the batters, the right-hander was not a thrower, but rather a pitcher, which was especially problematic in close games. He was given the moniker by a sports reporter for the New York City Daily News because of the close calls that he gave his opponents. But the right-hander only struck out one batter on average per 39 innings during his major league career. In the number 5 spot, we have any New York Yankee. As we all know, the Yankees have won the most league titles in the history of professional team sports. How much of that success, though, can be attributed to market size and financial resources? And how much can be attributed to good old-fashioned Yankee ingenuity, as their legions of detractors are quick to point out. It's a fact that this franchise with its massive payroll has shattered the competitive balance of the game, which is a significant reason why so many clubs no longer compete for victories and their fans have turned their attention elsewhere. In the number 4 spot, we have Ty Cobb. Consider that character as one of the selection criteria, and it's inconceivable that the most loathed player in the history of the game will win more votes than anyone else in the Hall of Fame election. To be precise, more than Christy Mathewson, Babe Ruth, Walter Johnson, and Honus Wagner, to name a few notable figures. It's possible that the judges were concerned about their own careers. A 367-pound batter would slide high and hard into them, and if not worse than that. According to unconfirmed allegations, he was responsible for the deaths of at least 3 persons during the incident. Some of many dark stories associated with Cobb are up for question, including the extent to which harbored racial prejudice, but only a handful of them. In the number 3 spot, we have Rogers Hornsby. The Raja was extremely well liked by both fans and umpires alike. How could they not be grateful to the lone player who scored a goal? 400 runs and 40 home runs in a single season? His teammates, on the other hand, were itching to kick his buttocks. Immediately following the removal of the cankerous club's player-manager from his latter duties in the midst of a clubhouse uprising, the team went on to win the National League pennant and the World Series that season. Then, his teammates voted him out of a World Series bonus that he was eligible for. In the number 2 spot, we have Barry Bonds. Every true baseball fan has a different cause for disliking Barry than the next person. We, on the other hand, have our own version. He was the rear wipe that made a mockery of the record book in a sport that boasted the most quoted and regarded record book of all time. And finally, in the number 1 spot, we have any 1919 Chicago Black Sox player. More than a century after it occurred, the fix of the 1919 World Series remains the biggest scandal of the history of professional team sports, one that has left a lasting mark on the game and franchise alike. With Weaver, who did not take part in the plot and should have been reinstated years ago, we can sympathize. Well guys, thank you so much for making it to the end of the video. Be sure to smash that like button, subscribe to our channel, and ring that notification bell so you never miss a video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.